You guys doing?
Just how tough was that game offensively with what they were doing to stop the run?
Yeah, we weren't able to run the way we wanted to tonight. It was unfortunate. We had a chance to win the game, and we got the ball back with, 6 minutes and 48 seconds after the turnover, which was big by our defense. That was huge, to never say die, and and then we were trying to. I think it hit Nick, and then we got the penalty, and then we got another penalty, and that kind of held us up a little bit in that fourth quarter, and then they ended up scoring, and the reality is I kept telling the guys, hey, 2 minutes, it can't be done, and it will be done if we can just stay on the course. And we got the ball back. Obviously, went up and down the field and scored that touchdown really quickly. And then, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the onside kick. But it was an amazing season, for us. Everybody played together. Nobody thought we'd be where we were and where we are. We did. We did. We believed that, and we worked for everything. Unfortunately, fortunately, only one team was able to win tonight, and it wasn't us. And the thing I reflect on is how we came together, how we played for each other all season, how we kept believing in one another, how when everybody thought we were down out early on, we just kept fighting and kept practicing the right way. We kept playing the right way, um, I've said this to you guys in training camp that this team really reminded me of the 2012 team. Just how we were able to fight through everything in my rookie year. And I think that we were able to get pretty far that year and just be successful in that sense. And in the next year we ended up winning the Super Bowl. So if precedent has any truth to it, hopefully we can find a way to do something good like that. It's going to be this offseason, you get to kind of just continue to grow. I think that we've had a great season in the sense of how much growth we've had as a team, as players and everything else. Offensively, we did a lot of great things. We were number one rushing team in the NFL. We were able to score a lot of touchdowns, throwing the ball, doing a lot of special things with all the receivers. Guys had great seasons. O-line did a tremendous job all season. Guys make unbelievable catches even tonight. I mean, some of the catches tonight with Tyler and Doug and just different things that happened. So we just needed one or two more big plays, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get them tonight.
Given how the running game was struggling and when you guys were throwing downfield really effective, does part of you wishes you would have maybe opened things up a little bit earlier?
The thing that I wish is that we won. That's the honest my thought. And we've been able to do so many things, run the ball really well. We've been able to throw it really well all season, doing a lot of great things. I think Coach Schottenheimer's been great for us all year. Coach Solari, they've been tremendous. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do it tonight. They played a little bit better than us tonight when they needed to. And, so give credit to them. They're a good football team. They've played great in the past. Us and them, we've been playing, really good football the past, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, and, unfortunately, they played a little bit better than us tonight.
Relative to the first game with Dallas, what did their front seven do differently to stop the run?
They just made a couple, not a couple. They made a good amount of plays. I mean, they didn't give us any big runs. We normally gash one or two or make some more of those, and we had a couple big ones. But normally we have a little bit bigger ones. And then, it's the playoffs. When we enter into playoffs, everything's new. Everything's, the stakes are different, everything else, and we thought that we could find a way to win there. We got the touchdown on the run down there in the end zone. And then they came back and answered back, and then we got the ball and we fought for it, and unfortunately we weren't able to do it. So, I think they just played a great game. We didn't play good enough.
This will be the first time you didn't win at least one game.
Yep.
Considering how well you guys were playing tonight, how hard is it to explain not have another game to play?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to this point, you want to win one game at a time and see how far you can take it. You never know where it's going to go. I've been fortunate, to think about, and there's guys, Hall of Famers, who've never gone to the playoffs. I'm grateful just to be able to go to the playoffs, 6 years out of the 7. We felt like, we had a chance even last year. But all those years don't matter. This year has been special, in that sense. I'm really, this has been a special year, just the growth of all our team, the men in the locker room, just the way that we've played together. Just eliminate the doubters and the things that people thought that we could only do. And you know, you reflect. We'll watch the film and see what we could have done better. And but I do love being in the playoffs, and I love fighting for every inch and everything that you can do. And we did that all the way to the end tonight. And we felt like we got the ball back. Who knows?
How did you get in such a rough first quarter? What happened there? How did you guys overcome that?
Well, we had a couple, two or three and outs, and that was really it. I mean, that wasn't. They ran the ball. They kind of kept the clock going. I don't think we got the ball till maybe 10 minutes or 9 minutes into in the first drive or whatever. So, and then we got the ball. We went three and out, I think. Then they kind of took the clock again. So, you look at the first quarter. You just look at the time. Really, they had the ball a little bit longer than us. And then the second half, we made some plays down the field. Guys were making great catches and everything else, and we had a chance. We had a chance to win it. Unfortunately, we didn't.
A couple of key guys going into free agency that you've been around with for a while. What has KJ Wright specifically meant to this team since you played with him?
Well, KJ's been unbelievable for us. I remember coming here in 2012, and this tall, long, athletic linebacker, man, could make all the plays. I was like, man, they got linebackers that look like this. He looks like a defensive end, how tall and athletic he is, And he's been tremendous for us, just how many plays he's made, how many great things he's done. He's battled all season, through injury, and to be able to show up tonight once again and just play great football. Him and Bobby, I mean, good as it gets, best tandem in football at the linebacker position, and those guys have been special. So, hopefully we can find a way to keep KJ.
I'd like to see Doug battle through this whole season,
Yeah.
Injuries, and still be able to be there for you in the playoffs.
Well, Doug's as good as it gets in the NFL. You want him on the field as much as possible. I think that, you saw what he could do tonight. He made some couple great catches and just was special in that sense when we really needed it. Fourth down, everything else. And so he knows how to get open. He knows how to make plays for us. And so, I wouldn't want to play with anybody else. Just how much he can make plays for us, especially in crunch time. He knows how to get open. He knows how to make plays. And when he was playing, he was tremendous for us.
Russell, when you compared this season to 2012, that was sort of a springboard to the successes that came after. Can you elaborate on what you mean by that? As far as you mean the roster and the potential it has?
Yeah, I mean, we were really young. I mean, I remember getting drafted. He gave us an F grade. First of all, that's to start off. I got, Bruce Irvin was the first round pick. Bobby was the second round. I was the third round pick. They're like, oh, they're done. And I think the team was 7-9 before that. And so nobody really was expecting anything out of the Pacific Northwest, I guess. And what we were able to do and kind of wake up the world a little bit in terms of the Seattle Seahawks in that sense was special. And it was a collective effort, everybody buying in and working really hard. And we were really young. I think we were the youngest team in the NFL at the time. A lot of young guys playing. This was very, very similar to this group, and how much depth and how much guys have stepped up this year, and how much talent we have. Just looking at our roster, just how many great things and how many good things are in store. So that doesn't mean anything great's going to happen. But we do have some belief that something great's going to happen just because of how we played this year, and how you create that is by hard work, by having a great offseason, just believing in one another, coming back better than you were as a player, as a man, everything else. And so we're looking forward to that.
Going back to your comment that not many people thought you would even be in this situation, how do you build off that going into next year, since it seems you're somewhat ahead of schedule?
Well, I think that Coach Carroll did a tremendous job coaching us up. All of our coaches did. Coach Kenny Norton coming back, getting the defense fired up. Obviously Coach Schottenheimer coming in, and Coach Solari, both of those guys really taught us the game. We just continued to get better and better and better, and we were explosive on offense. We were able to run the ball extremely well. We were able to throw the ball. We were top in the league of those guys catching touchdowns and making end zone dances and everything else. So we feed off of that. We feed off of that energy, and the offensive line was special this year. It was a lot of fun playing behind those guys and making great things happen. So I think we feed off of that by the knowledge and the things that we know now, and the things that we've seen, and how many great comebacks we've had in the fourth quarter, how many great things that we've been able to do, and just how many games we've been able to win when it's crunch time. And I think that if we can eliminate just some of the little mistakes here and there, as a young football team, sometimes you do. If we can do that, I think there's nowhere that we can't go. So I'm looking forward to next year and where we're going to go, and making sure that Seattle Seahawks fans are ready for us next year in 2019.
Thank you, Russell.
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.